fun it is to ride on AC Transit. This holiday season, leave the driving to us. To help you celebrate safely, all AC Transit bus rides are free on New Year's Eve from 8 p.m. on December 31st to 5 a.m. on January 1st. Thanks for riding with AC Transit. We look forward to many more rides with you in 2024. Happy holidays from AC Transit. Prescriptions required online consultation with a healthcare provider will determine if appropriate restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan. Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same but is 95% cheaper? And you can get it online? Go to hims.com/joy. Through Hims, you'll get a free medical consultation, discreet shipping if prescribed, and the process is 100% online. To start your free online visit, go to hims.com/joy. That's HIMS.com/JOY. Traffic is weather together on KCBS today. Looking at a problem on the Dumbarton Bridge.
Right near mid-span on Highway 84 eastbound on the bridge, an SUV broke down in the right lane. There's another vehicle that stopped apparently to help them, so it looks like it's a crash, but it's not. It's a conk out. They do have the bridge patrol on the way to try to get that out of your way. Other than that, the bridge is moving pretty well, but just in case if you want to use the San Mateo Bridge instead, that doesn't have any issues on it. A good drive in both directions. Big backup in the Santa Cruz Mountains. Bad crash. Highway 17 southbound at Summit Road. It's an overturned car. The right lane remains blocked off. That is why traffic for you is backing up from before you get to Redwood Estates. Very slow on Highway 87 northbound. This is road work, just a stop-and-go patch from Highway 85 on up to about Posner. And also a big road work back up in the Pleasanton area for southbound 680 slow and go from Bernal Avenue on down to Highway 84. Our next report is at 9:58 on the traffic leader KCBS.
And the KCBS 6-day forecast, mostly cloudy tonight with a chance of a lingering shower. Freezing conditions at times, overnight lows in the 40s and 50s. And then the system moves in tomorrow, bringing rain and winds and a few thunderstorms. Highs expected to be in the 60s. We do have several advisories in effect for the Bay Area right now. Wind advisory through tomorrow at 7. Coastal flood advisory in effect at Salton tomorrow. Until 3 a.m. tomorrow. Showers are going to start to taper off throughout the day on Saturday. We'll dry out Sunday with cloudy conditions and maybe a few lingering showers. Going to be dry for New Year's Day there, and we'll even see some afternoon sunshine. Highs in the 50s and lower 60s. Increasing clouds on Tuesday with rain returning Wednesday and a chance of showers into Thursday. Cooler temperatures with highs mostly in the 50s and lower 60s. Let's check your current conditions around the Bay Area right now. It's mostly cloudy everywhere. 57 degrees in Santa Rosa, 55 in San Rafael, 60 in Oakland, 58 in Concord, 60 in San Francisco, 63 in Hayward, 57 in Redwood City, and San Jose checks in right now with 62 degrees. Traffic and weather together on the 8s on All News 106.9 and AM 740 KCBS.
1-800-GOT-JUNK is your friend with the truck.
We make junk disappear.
All you have to do is point.
All our people are in uniform.
And our trucks are clean and shiny. And then breathing spaces empty and clean for you. 1-800-GOT-JUNK.com.
Corey Smith is at the KCBS editor's desk. An existing asthma treatment is showing promise for reducing food allergies in children. And as Chris Stevens tells us, it's one step closer to getting FDA approval.
The treatment is called omalizumab, and it would be the first medicine to reduce allergic reactions to multiple foods following accidental exposure by children.
So many children in America are affected by food allergies, so this is something that affects a lot of households and a lot of children in the country.
Dr. Rishma Chand is a pediatric ICU physician.
This medication is a man-made antibody that works by tamping down on a component of the immune system called IgE. This IgE is released in large amounts when the body perceives something as being an allergen. With this medication, it's going to decrease the IgE load in your body, thereby decreasing the symptoms in the body.
Clinical trials show children who received injections of omalizumab have less of an allergic reaction when they consumed high doses of peanuts, oats, nuts, and cashews compared to those who received a placebo.
Chris Stevens, KCBS. The world population grew by 75 million people during the past year, and on New Year's Day, it will stand at more than 8 billion people. That is according to figures released by the U.S. Census Bureau today. The worldwide growth rate in the past year was just under 1%. The growth rate for the United States in the past year was a little more than 0.5%, about half the worldwide figure. The U.S. added 1.7 million people and will have a population on New Year's Day of nearly 336 million people. If the current pace continues through the end of the decade, the 2020s could be the slowest growing decade in U.S. history. A federal judge has signed off on a new Georgia electoral map that protects Republican partisan advantages.
Georgia's congressional and legislative voting districts were redrawn after Judge Steve Jones ruled 2 months ago earlier maps illegally hurt black voters. The new maps add black majority districts, but they also radically reconfigure some Democratic-held districts that do not have black majorities. Jones is rejecting claims the new maps do not do enough to help black voters. His approval sets the stage for the maps to be used in next year's elections, with the GOP likely to keep its majority of the state's 14 congressional seats and state house control. Sagar Magani, Washington.
Some dogs at the Pasadena Humane Society have predicted who will win the Rose Bowl on New Year's Day. We get the story from Karen Adams in L.A.
Recognize the fight song? The dogs sniffed out Michigan for the win.
We had 2 dog bowls out in our play yard with Phil's kibble, and one was labeled with Alabama, and one was labeled with Michigan. And the dogs came into the play yard one at a time to see which bowl they went to, and we had 10 dogs, 7
Don't ever drive him on if it's foggy.
The Pasadena Humane Society, Gia Burnett says one of the game predictors, Luna, will be alongside 4 other dogs on their Rose Parade float.
She's just a sweetheart, and we're really hoping that her debut on this worldwide TV stage is going to help her to find a new home.
The Pasadena Humane Society Stephen Left Float has a first in 20 years. I'm Karen Adams, KCBS.
Want the latest Bay Area news? No matter where you are, you can follow KCBS in the Odyssey app.
Okay, yes.
Get alerts on breaking stories, discover more KCBS shows and podcasts, and listen easily across devices. To get started, all you got to do is download the Odyssey app, search KCBS, and tap Fallout. Right now, it's time for the Money Watch. Here's Larry Kofsky. If buying a home is on your 2024 to-do list, here's some good news. Freddie Mac's average for 30-year fixed-rate mortgages is down for a 9th straight week, 6.61%. That's the lowest since May. Low inventory and high prices are keeping a stranglehold on home resale. An industry group says pending home sales, a measure of purchase contract signings, remained at an all-time low last month. The week between Christmas and New Year's is usually quiet on Wall Street, and this week has lived up to that reputation. Stocks closed slightly higher. Dow Industrials rose 54, the S&P 500 added 2 points,
window
the
not
Nasdaq
getting
fell 4.
frosted.
A federal judge has ruled that China's Alibaba must face a lawsuit brought by Kelly Toys over counterfeit Squishmallow plush toys sold on its e-commerce
At least I can
site.
see,
Suit says the toys continue
not
to
going
be
from
sold
me,
despite
but
Kelly's demands that they be stopped. Larry Kofsky, Bloomberg Business for KCBS.
Anyone with a license to practice law can represent you when you've been injured. Any lawyer can call the insurance company and try to resolve your case. But if the insurance company says, don't fly a kite, not every lawyer is willing to take your case to court. The worst thing is when the insurance company decides that it's cheaper to wear you down than it is to pay you the amount they owe you. So they just keep throwing lawyers at you, gambling that your law firm won't be willing to cover the expense of a long, protracted fight. At Habit Law, we believe that a personal injury lawyer should take care of every client like they were a member of their own family. That's one of the things we do, and we do it very well. That's why we don't back away when insurance companies dare us to match them dollar for dollar. We believe in you. We believe in your case, and we believe we can win.
Let's go slow, go slow.
When you talk with Habit Law,
That's all you have to do is go slow. Yeah, go slow. Go very slow.
You don't hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. The IRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-6986.
Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. There is zero risk to you. If we can't reduce your tax debt, then you pay nothing. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have a 5-star rating on Google and Yelp, and an A+ with the Better Business
Not
Bureau.
even during
You don't
the
need to be
day.
afraid of the IRS
Why
any
so?
longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-6986. That's 800-575-6986. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Join us at Odyssey as we all do our one thing. Together millions of things for our planet. This holiday season, invest in some LED Christmas lights. LEDs last years longer than
Residential,
regular lights,
so that
which means
means
less
I'm
electronic
about
waste
to
over
be
time. Also,
seeing
LED Christmas lights are far more
houses,
energy
restaurant
efficient,
on
wasting less
the
energy
right
to heat,
side.
which means a smaller
Okay.
electric bill. And be sure to recycle
Okay,
old
that
Christmas
means
lights
I
at
should be
appropriate
in
e-waste
San
facilities.
Jose
When we each
in
share
no
our one
time,
thing, it becomes 100
knowing
things,
that.
1,000 things, a million things for our planet. What's your one thing?
Well, things are looking better on Highway 17 right now. Claire has got the update.
Yeah, the crash happened on
It's getting
southbound
really
17
bad.
right at Summit Road. It was an
Yeah, that's why
overturned
you
car,
don't do
went into
that.
the right shoulder area. They had the right lane
Okay.
blocked off for a while. They've opened that lane. You still have a little commotion there on the right shoulder, but they're just about wrapped up with this, and it's hardly backed up at all. Really just
Oh,
right
shoot,
there for you at
3
Summit.
bars
Past that
left
17
of
as well
gas.
as you're heading through the Glenwood area and into
crap.
Scottsdale
I
Valley.
know.
Want to head now to South San Francisco. We've got
Yeah.
road work backing you up. This is southbound
Please
101
don't
from the
close.
Airport
That's the
Boulevard
important
exit over
thing.
to Grand Avenue. They've got the right lane blocked and some of
My
those on
stupid
and off
phone
ramps.
does not
Some
ding us.
guardrail
I can't
repair
even
there.
freaking
We also
look
have a road work back up in
where the
Pleasanton,
freaking
southbound 680 is stop and go from
restaurant,
just
I
past
mean,
Bernal Avenue
gas
over toward
is.
Highway 84, and now it looks like they're getting ready to set up and do some work on northbound 680 as well as you're approaching Highway 84. Keep KCBS with you no matter where you go. Just
Right
download
there.
the Odyssey app and follow KCBS. Our next report is 10:08 on the traffic
Okay,
leader.
and I saw
KCBS.
that before I...
Going to be cloudy today with a slight chance of a
I guess they
lingering
should for
shower.
the
Breezy
1:30.
overnight lows in the 40s and
So I go
50s.
this
Another
way.
system moves in tomorrow,
Saw
bringing
the
rain
sign,
and
but
winds
it's
and the potential
down.
for thunderstorms.
Next 19
Traffic
miles.
and weather together
Working
on
only.
KCBS. It is Thursday, December 28th. Coming up on KCBS,
Just be
with Shane
careful,
Guinness.
be
I'm
very,
David
very
Welch in
slow
Capitola,
through here.
where many here
Very,
are coming
very
out to watch some
slow.
impressive waves.
Take
I'm
it
G28. The
easy,
supporters of
take
Mayor
it
London Breed are
easy.
angry over a rap video
Take it
calling her a
very
clown. Their call for
easy.
unity.
The Pentagon
Take it
deploys
very
more sailors
easy.
and Marines to the Mediterranean.
Almost
Good
there,
evening, I'm Brian
almost
Goble.
there. Just
Thanks
take
so
it
much for
easy.
listening. CBS News covers the world.
But relax.
When you need to know, KCBS AM, KFRC FM, and HD1, San Francisco,
should be in
Oakland,
lower
San
elevation
Jose, and
by now.
Odyssey Station.
Not by now, but soon
10
enough.
o'clock.
CBS News on the hour,
Yes.
presented by Indeed.com.
Okay.
I'm Christopher Cruz. Texas and the federal government are headed to court. The U.S. DOJ
Okay.
sent a letter to Texas Governor Greg Abbott saying if the state doesn't forego enforcement of Senate Bill 4 by January 3rd, the U.S. will pursue all legal remedies to do so. Signed into law earlier this month by Governor Abbott, it creates a state
Okay, I see
criminal
lights.
offense to
That's
cross
San
the border from
Jose.
Mexico into Texas illegally and
More
empower
curves
state and
up
local
ahead.
police to enforce it. The goal
Oh, good. I'm almost back. I mean, I'm almost there.
wave of illegal entry into Texas. Migrant rights groups have already filed
This is a little barren, so you kind of use the high beam.
For CBS News,
Well, that's
Fox.
good.
Maine Secretary of State says
As long as I'm
Donald
going
Trump
down,
is ineligible
that's
to be
good.
on the state's Republican presidential primary ballot under the insurrection clause of the 14th Amendment. Your CBS News legal analyst Dave Rosenberg.
There we
Maine
go.
allows the Secretary of State
Good
to
thing I'm
disallow
out of the
candidates
fog
without a court
now.
or legislative
That's good.
ruling. This case
Oh.
will surely make it before a
I need
state
to
court
really
judge
be
to overturn the
careful.
decision. In the meantime, the effect of the ruling has been suspended.
American sailors and Marines are moving
First
into
gas
the
station
eastern
I see,
Mediterranean,
get gas
says
right
CBS's
there.
David Martin.
Joining another amphibious ship already there. That gives the
Okay.
U.S. military a much greater capability to evacuate Americans from Lebanon.
And I'm taking part of the opposite direction without knowing it,
Iran says it has
but
executed 4 quote saboteurs linked to Israel's intelligence service. Almost 5 million blenders are being recalled because they're unsafe, says CBS's Matt Piper.
Blend up to even clean the stuff.
The U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission says the BlendJet 2 portable blenders can overheat or catch fire, and the company has received 329 reports of blades breaking during use to date.
I am scared of heights on top of
Times
that.
Square Good Riddance Day gave people a chance to throw out, shred, or smash something that they wanted to rid themselves of.
We're throwing away time spent in hospitals. Bye-bye.
I got low self-esteem, low confidence, and fear. It's really good to just do away with it. You know, sometimes you need the physical manifestation. It puts a pen to the paper, if you will.
Good Riddance Day is inspired by a Latin American tradition in which people stuff dolls with objects representing bad memories and then set them on fire. Students in a suburban St. Louis school district can now take elective Black History courses. It's a reversal of the conservative-led school board's decision last week to cancel those classes, but the board says it must first approve the curriculum, which it says must be, quote, politically neutral. This is CBS News.
Once I'm done, I can...
You don't need a job platform, you need a hiring partner. Indeed lets you schedule and conduct virtual interviews all from one place. Start at Indeed.com/credit.
I think there's one right there,
It's 10:03, the Bay Area's news station,
Man, I'm so
KCBS.
afraid
Mostly
of
cloudy
this.
with a chance of rain tonight. Going to be breezy at times. Look for your overnight lows to be in the 40s and
need to carry
50s. Good
gas
Thursday evening.
can. That's
I'm
why I need
Shane
to start
Gillis, and here's
carrying.
what's happening. Well, Capitola felt the brunt of Mother Nature
have
last
one.
winter,
Oh,
prompting
okay.
flooding and severe damage and eventually a visit from President Biden. As KCBS's David Welch reports, today's storm pounded the seaside town once again.
People started to line the bluffs overlooking Capitola Village early this morning. And crowds here say a mix of low tide along with today's storm made for an impressive show.
There was like sandbars over there, and from last night until this morning, I mean, it's flat now.
Up and down this stretch of coast, huge waves brought threats of flooding. The enclave of Popper Road Dunes was evacuated because of floodwaters, and officials in the city of Santa Cruz have been warning residents all week. Here in Capitola, all eyes were on the pier.
I mean, I know that they were trying to put the Capitola Wharf back together,
Okay,
but it looks like that's going to get fully undone now.
It's still unclear how the pier fared during this storm, but at one point 30-foot waves came crashing down on its deck. Today's weather had many in awe of Mother Nature, but wondering if this is becoming the
I don't know how people can drive
It'll be
so
interesting
fast
to see what they do, and if this is going to be a yearly thing now.
In Capitola, David Webb, CBS.
So down.
Well, some of the biggest waves at Bodega Bay in years have the people flocking to the north coast to catch a glimpse. KCBS's Mike DeWald reports the dramatic views come with a warning.
Stand atop Bodega Head, and it feels like the earth is moving around you. Towering, powerful waves reaching upwards 25 to 30 feet crash ashore. The National Weather Service says these are some of the tallest in more than a decade. The coastside busy with people taking in the view, like Cindy and Tom, who drove here from Sebastopol.
We've been coming out here for 43 years.
And so,
Since we moved up to Sebastopol, I've never seen it like this.
Down at the more manageable, protected Dorn Beach, surfers are jumping in the water to take on some of the more manageable but still tough waves. Mike is here from Petaluma.
No, these aren't prime conditions. These are the conditions we're given, and we go with what we've got. So, yeah, I was out there with a pair of fins earlier, just trying to get wet, and then, yeah, it's a blast either way. Ready to get in, and not at all.
Steve Hertzberg is deputy chief with the Sonoma County Fire District. He says people should be aware of their surroundings and keep a safe distance at all times.
The coast is incredibly beautiful, but it's also risky. And miscalculating those risks is very dangerous.
In Bodega Bay, Mike DeWald, KCBS.
Well, Chinese, Filipino, and Latino communities offered representatives throwing full support behind Mayor London Breed after a local restaurateur's rap video surfaced criticizing her city leadership. Now, he says the video was a response to repeated burglaries and has since apologized on social media website Instagram. KCBS's Jay Hernandez has more from one reverend who organized a pro-breed support banner calling for unity.
owning a restaurant in San Francisco is tough.
I actually used to own a restaurant. I was vandalized only one time, but that was one time a little too much, and I closed it in 2018.
Leanna Louie is a San Franciscan and an activist. We met outside Third Baptist Church on McAllister Street where Reverend Amos Brown gathered representatives from surrounding communities to condemn restaurant owner Chino Gang, whose music video surfaced criticizing Mayor London Breed and her lack of city leadership.
He was burglarized and vandalized 7 times in the last few years. That's a lot.
Yang has since apologized for bad-mouthing the mayor, but in his social media apology, he indicated he was threatened to do so. Reverend Brown says Yang shouldn't have mentioned being pressured. Brown's church is located just 2 blocks away from Yang's eatery, Kung the Food, and he says Breed has done too much for the community for disrespect. Another one of Breed's supporters, Jeff Lee with SF Cause, agrees. But Yang says in his Instagram apology, he also has his constitutional rights. Jade Hernandez, KCB.